Monster Forge here again, and I'm taking a look today at the DC Metal Force Brainiac versus Batman, which is a weird combination for me. I figured it would be like Brainiac versus Superman, but I ain't complaining because that Batman looks sweet. But this is, I guess he's roughly 12 inches. Really cool looking figure. The Metal Force line is pretty cool. They're real stylized versions of the DC characters in these mech suits, and that's pretty darn cool. Now, I got this because I'm gonna use it for pieces and parts of things that I make, but they are popping up at Ross, and I went this weekend to visit a friend, and we were in an area that had a bunch of Rosses and other type of stores like that, and every one of them we went to, they had these figures were there, so they should be popping up at most Ross stores. I never even heard of this line, like when it was at retail, like normal retail. I never saw this line anywhere. But they're really nice. I think is it Spin Master? Yeah, Spin Master put these out, and they make some pretty good toys. So here it is out of the package, and you have Brainiac, who is a big boy. He's like 12 inches tall or so. Do I have my ruler? Yes, I have my ruler. Ugh. He is, actually he might be, no, he's right at, let's see, from head to toe. It's convenient because he has all these arms to grab the ruler. He's right at, like, you can't really tell it from this angle, but this is closer. He's like 11.5 inches, almost 12. But he's a big boy. The Batman figure stands, it's like 4 inches to the top of his earsies. We'll look at the least of the things that come with this set. The cards, which they're not bad. They're holographic, or like holofoil. Not really, focus in there. There we go. So you got Batman in his mech suit, the Metal Force mech suit, and Brainiac. And the back of these looks like part of maybe a puzzle or something. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I see now, the parts go together. So I guess when you put the other pieces together, it might complete the picture or something. But they come with these little bases, and the cards, you know, can fit in them. And the bases plug together. Little peg and little peg and the hole for it. But they're neat. Just kind of slip into that little thing right there. And they're really thick, like, and really hardy. They're like really nice. I wish, it's funny, like trading cards are usually printed on really thin cardstock. These are like they're not that easy to bend. I wish they would print like trading cards on that, but I know the prices for them would probably be stupid. But they can include this stuff as like a pack-in, so they can't cost that much to produce. Anyway, I don't know anything about how the cost of stuff like that, but anyway, let's take a look at, well, we'll look at Brainiac first, the big boy. He has a really nicely detailed head inside of his dome there. Really nice vac metallized chrome plastic there. A lot of nice details on him from head to toe. And the back of him is really nicely detailed. He's got like the spinal column is really nice. Very alien technology feel to it. And he has tentacles on his back that they're articulated. They can swivel, and they also have little little hinge joints on them, so you can pose them all kind of ways. It's weird, like, and the ones on the sides are the same way. They've got the same kind of articulation where they're, you know, they hinge and they swivel as well. But it's funny because it's almost like one of the back tentacles doesn't match the others. I'm not sure why, but the back tentacles have, I think they mispacked the one I got, because there's a short tentacle like the ones that are on the sides here, and the other 3 on the back are long. So you can see when compared to the other ones, they're nowhere near as long. Not sure why, but whatever. Like I said, I got this guy mainly to have as parts for custom stuff, but it is articulated. There are cut joints at the shoulders there, nothing at the elbows, nothing turns except for the hands are articulated cut joints. And then other than that, you know, in the tentacles, his legs are cut joints there. They don't go back any further than that, but they go forward about like that. And that's about it for him. Really nice looking figure. It would have been worth the package price alone just for him. You know, that's easily like a $12 figure. The retail on this set was like $20, I think. But my absolute favoriteest part of this whole set is the Bat Mech, and it has this goofy launcher thing on top, which it's one of those where you just kind of press it and it doesn't do anything. I guess if you flick it, there you go, it just kind of falls out. But it plugs into a hole on the back there. But you know, you can ignore that. The cape is glued below that peg and into the shoulders there. But the mech itself is really nicely detailed. Lots of really cool and the vac metallization is really nice with the gold belt and the gold around the bat symbol. His neck is on a ball joint, but it's really limited as far as like the up and down, but it turns, you know, side to side. It can't really go, I guess it could go around if you force it, but I don't really want to. He has kind of clicky joints that swivel out this way, and then they swivel here all the way around. The elbows click out straight, and they also have a turn, a swivel in them. You see, that's kind of the range, so you can do like a T-pose like that. Nothing at the wrists, nothing at the waist, but he has ball joints in the hips. You can see them there. And he has swivels at the mid part of the thigh. Unfortunately, none of these joints are posable. It would be a really fantastic figure if they were. And from what I was looking at, like the individual mech suits that you can buy, they're not that much more posable. The figures that come in the sets where you have the Batman and Joker and I guess Superman, and Lex Luthor, that fit in the mech suits, the figures inside the suits are much more posable than the suits themselves. But anyway, I got this because I want to make some type of like a mech for miniatures. So I'll have it posed and change up some of the details on it. And I don't know what he's going to be yet. It'll come to me when I start working on it. But yeah, that's the what do they call it? Metal Force Batman versus Brainiac set that's at Ollie's right now. And like I said, they were at every Ollie's we went to, so you're more than likely to find them, but grab them while you can, because at this price it's a real steal. So good luck hunting. $12 for these two figures, and even the cards are nice. It's a nice price. So good luck, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.